Chapter 6 Season 1 has been revealed because Hope has left a bunch of messages around the island that has shocked everyone. And this message is basically a call recorded between her and her sister Valeria, and it looks like Dr. Doom Pandora's Box storyline is not quite over yet. She says the Pandora's Box is a part of something bigger, and she says that she can't believe that she is a part of all of this. And then she reveals something that is going to change the future of Fortnite. Yes, I'm talking about chapter 6. To understand all of this, we're gonna have to go back to that Doom's live event where he attacked the island. Now, as we all know, the Rift Beacons basically helped us attack Dr. Doom and defeat him as well. Beacons tried to destroy the Doom's tower, but Doom showed up on time and protected the tower. And then we all know what happened. He destroyed pretty much all of the Rift Beacons except for one. That was the beacon that rifted him away. Also the beacon that showed up at Restored Reels. This Rift Beacons was actually tampered by the Islanders because they thought that using this beacon they could escape this Fortnite loop. And if you guys didn't play in chapter 2 and don't know about Fortnite loop, Bunker Jonesy explained this to us. The Imagine Order created this loop using the power of the 0 point. Basically the storm starts, it gets smaller and smaller, and once it's fully closed, or if there's only one person left on the island, it restarts again. When I say restart, literally everything from buildings to even people's memories. Because of this, the Imagine Order has managed to take control of the island for thousands of years. Also, Agent Jones explained it to us that people who are stuck inside of this loop also have immortality. Agent Jones told us that his family all grew old and passed away, but he's still the same age. And he wants to escape this island and spend time with his great-grandchildren. And just like Jonesy, there are other people on the island who are aware of this loop and they want to escape it as well. And one of those people is Midas. If you remember in chapter 2, during the Doomsday event, he created a device to stop the storm, but unfortunately he failed. And in season 5 chapter 2, the 0 point was exposed by Galactus, and a lot of people tried to escape this loop jumping into the 0 point. 7 has even tried to end this loop by trying to crash meteoroid into the 0 point. We all know what happened. It created a giant black hole. After the Doomsday event, when people saw this Rift Beacon left unattended, some of the people on the island tried to use it to escape the loop again. Our plan was to set up this beacon at Restored Reels and create a portal similar to the one that we saw during chapter 2 season 5. They wanted to use this portal to escape the island. Also, you might have noticed on the screen there were graffitis of chapter 2 locations. There is a reason why this graffiti was drawn on the screen as well, which I will explain in just a little bit. But when they activated this Rift Beacon, it seemed like it was working, and it sort of worked for a little bit as well. We saw New York, a real-life location, but instead of the Islanders escaping through the portal, we ended up getting people from the real world come to Fortnite. Also, on top of that, the whole island glitched and ended up going back to chapter 2. That is why we have people like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice. Now that we're here on the Remix Island, Hope has been giving us clues and leaving messages around the island.
Hey, Valeria. Remember when I'd accuse you and your friends of trying to ruin the world? I'm not really sure what brought that to mind. Maybe it's you opening Pandora's box? I think it's time for me to go. With all of your connections, you probably know this already, but Pandora's box is a part of something bigger. I can't shake the sense that I'm a part of it too.
The fact that she talks about the Pandora's box tells us that this storyline is not over yet. She obviously accuses Valeria, her sister, for opening the Pandora's box, but at the same time she's thankful as well because now she has a purpose. She has found the truth about the box and her relationship with this box as well, because Oracle mentioned that Hope is the true recipient of the power of the Pandora's box. But as we all know, that Doom took that power and he still has it. Remember that Doom was not defeated or eliminated, he was rifted away. And in this recording, Hope mentions that she is leaving this island, and I think she's leaving to go find Dr. Doom.
I don't know where I'm going or when we'll see each other again. So if this is goodbye, it's been nice being your sister. And I'll be honest, even better being your nemesis. Take care of yourself.
Even though she says she has no clue where she's going, but remember that the power of the Pandora's box, it wants to be found, because Hope mentioned before that she can hear this voice calling her name, and I think that is that power.
Hey. Me again. I forgot a few things last time. First, Feely says hi. At least, I think that's what he said. Apparently, he really enjoyed being a hostage. He loves attention, so that tracks. Jones is still not your biggest fan, what with the Nana napping and all, but I've convinced him to get out of the vengeance game.
Based on this recording, it seems like Hope is not alone. Feely and Jonesy has traveled with Hope to find Doom. And remember that Jonesy is not going to be with us for very long, because Fortnite are trying to replace Jonesy with Hope being the main character. And at some point, possibly before chapter 6, Jonesy will either leave or get eliminated, and Hope is going to be our main character. And in this next recording, you can hear Hope telling Valeria and her friends to team up with Underground, because even though they used to be enemies, they have to team up to save the island.
I'm sure whatever you're doing is much more important than having a final conversation with your sister. I disbanded the Underground, but if you want the Underground to stay gone, you're going to have to invite them to the table. You've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Don't do it alone. The Underground are good people. They hate you, so right there you know they've got good judgment. I set up a meeting. The rest is up to you. Do the right thing this time.
Looks like during this live event of chapter 6, we are going to see the society team up with the Underground to protect the island. Also noticed Hope tells Valeria a very last conversation with your sister. Does this mean Hope already knows what is going to happen and she is going to leave and go somewhere new? Maybe chapter 6? And I think she does, because in this next recording you can hear exactly why she knows what is going to happen before it does.
I don't really know who else I can talk to about this. So, turns out, my art can see the future. Well, no, wait. I can see the future, but it only shows up in my art. I'm not explaining this well, am I? You know your whole fire thing? I can see the future through my paintings.
That is right. Hope reveals to us that the Pandora's box given her the power to see the future, but she can only predict it through her art. And that is the reason why we have seen so many graffitis around the island during chapter 5. Remember, we saw Wanderer's art showed up on the island before he came. She predicted the Pandora's box, and also remember those graffitis on the restored reels screen. She predicted us going to the chapter 2 island before it even happened. Also, there are art that was drawn by Hope which has not come true yet, meaning these will come true in the future. And one of those characters that has been showing up in her art everywhere is Dr. Sloan. Sloan showed up on the chapter 5 map, and also she is on this remix map as well. The person who does Dr. Sloan's voice line has teased that she is returning. Now this pretty much confirms that Dr. Sloan is coming back and will be part during chapter 6. Here are a bunch of other art seen at Mom's spaghetti location. You can see Hope, Dr. Sloan again, and also a bunch of these aliens as well. Does this mean we might see a return of the Lost Reality? We are going to get another UFO season again. Now, there are a few people people who are suggesting that Chapter 6 is going to be a Part 2 version of Chapter 2. Basically, as we all know, the remix version is Season 1, 2, and 3. People are saying that Chapter 6 is going to be based on Chapter 2 Season 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pretty sure we are going to find out if Hope takes the power of the Pandora's box from Doctor Doom. I think it's all going to happen during Chapter 6. More recordings will be released very soon. I will keep you guys updated, so please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM.